Chat, here we go. Qualifying match, best of 5 between Atomik and HMO. HMO taking down the fan favorite Dark in order to get here. But G1 Atomik wants to show that he has it with what it takes in 1v1 tournaments, as well as the 1v1 leaderboard. I think Atomik's rated pretty high, but I'm not sure how much I've seen Atomik play in tournaments. Maybe he's played in a bit more that I just can't remember. But whenever you see an RLCS pro hop into the 1v1 scene, you know that there's a chance that you're seeing greatness, because every once in a while, some talent that is reserved only for the Threes League shows that they have it in every mode. They just aren't prioritizing it, and we'll see if that's the case here with Atomik today. A next-gen EU tourney would be fun to watch since we haven't had one in a while. How many people would be in a next-gen tourney, do you think? We'd have Dark. And I think we have Ahmad. I think he's still 14. We have Dr. Known. This is probably 3. Who else do we have? If Fast wanted to queue EU, he could do it. So we'd have like 4. I've been, every once in a while, I think about next gen, and I think about doing one, and I just try and see if there's enough players to do it. So maybe I do a 4-person bracket or something of next gen sometime, if we have 4 people. Is Drowley still under 15? He's not. He's 15 years old. Now he's just limited by the fact that he's in Morocco, not that he's too young. Ahmad is 14. Yeah, A7MD Ahmad, Iraqi Ahmad. Mods, close the prediction. I can close it. It's 1-1, so here, let me pull it up. Slash prediction and submissions. Closed. Who won? Who won the previous matchup? HMO did. And now we're watching him play G1 Atomik. And like I said before, we're going to be very casual if you are by any chance tuning in just now, because I have a lot of things to cast today. A lot of things going on in the world of talking about Rocket League. And I noticed my voice this morning wasn't peachy keen. It wasn't perfect by any means. And so we've got to hedge our voice here a little bit. Oh yeah, we have Mohammed, who is the youngest top 100 player, I guess. Is he even younger than Dr. Known? What about an open qual once tourney? Could be fun to find some new hidden talent. It would be fun if the end result is finding new hidden talent. But for the most part, talent has a really hard time staying hidden, is my opinion. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know if anybody's done any, massively open tournaments, but top talent has a really hard time staying hidden, is what I'll say. Nice shot from Atomik. Isn't HMO like Homeowners Association? Well, that would be with an A, HOA, so no. No, it's not. HMO is Ocalid. No, that's not true. That's not true. He might be playing a similar style. He might be in a Fennec, but he is not Khaled. HMO is the new Mina GOAT. I think HMO, we might have played in the... Did he play in the King of the Hill? I know he played in some of my stuff before. And I think we've even had him on a regular show match. But it seems like he's been grinding since then. And pushing even higher and higher. Because at that time, he wasn't high top 100. I think he's pushed his way up pretty high. He played Rawas, is that right? Finally catching a stream. Good to have you here, too, Coco. Bit of a chill stream here today, just as a warning. Is Nuaf not going to do any more show matches, missing seeing his wave dashes? You know, he changed his name. I think he had a rough go against somebody. I forget who he had a rough go against. But weirdly, like, I think his account changed, and I'm not sure if the account that's on my friends list is him. It's like a totally different name. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Are you going to set up Rawas Daniel show match soon? I might not have to set anything up, because the grand final of the last EU of the EU swap was Moxie Rawas, and if that's the case, there's a good chance that Daniel makes grand final in the NA side, and then I don't have to make any special show match. The Fall 5K will handle it for us. Good counterattack from Atomik. Dark lost, he did. Exclamation point bracket if you guys want to go see where he's at. He's got a few games in a row before he makes it to a qualifying game, if he's able to do so. Look at this shot from HMO, man. He's doing it all. He's doing it all. He's doing it without anybody in chat spamming the snow. That's what I've noticed. You notice how it almost seems like the snow wasn't necessarily powering him up. Is that crazy to say? Am I insane to suggest that maybe it was just him? It's a good 50. Atomik is panicking on the recovery for good reason, because HMO probably could have gotten a decent shot there. Oh, nice 50 for Atomik. Not going to dive in these final moments. Able to get just enough on this ball to push it into the corner. Nice escape. That's going to hit ground, but it will be game number 1 decided by the kickoff, or not necessarily, unless I'm seeing the future. Kickoff goal coming right now. Am I a genius? No. Atomik does stop it. But it is next goal wins here in this game number 1. This one is best of 5, and it looks like Atomik will be the one to go up early. Does Feer know Spanish? I know the most Spanish of any other language that isn't English, but I am millions and trillions of miles away from saying I know Spanish. You know, I couldn't answer that with a yes. But do I know more Spanish than any other language that isn't English? Yes, for sure. Zapatos. That was made for me. Can we get some more Mexican players from NA that I can pronounce their names? Not that I do it perfectly by any means, but I think compared to the community, I probably have a better edge on those. Where's the snow spam? Yeah, I didn't see a single snow, and no surprise, Atomik wins game 1. On what server are they playing? They're playing on EU servers. All the Middle East players play on EU servers. To the point where I'll run a Middle East match between 2 Middle East players, ask them what server they want to play on, and the answer is EU. So, at this point, I guess they're just so used to the 100-ish ping. And, to be fair, I have to imagine the Middle East servers are pretty bad. Because sometimes even if you get good ping, if they're unreliable, it's worse. It's better to have 100 ping that is just always 100 ping. You know, the ball's always going to react 100 milliseconds late or whatever, than it is to get decent ping and then all of a sudden, randomly, it takes a half second for the game to update and now you're completely thrown off. You know, those are the kind of things that get you scored on and that can really frustrate you. Whereas slight delays on everything, I think, are more easy to adjust for, easy to accept. And so I have to assume that's why the Middle East players always want to play on EU servers. Why did Dark and HMO play on EU? I think I just described it right. Here, try to speak Arabic to help. I don't know any Arabic. Pronounce Miho? Did I pass? Yo, what up? Matus Yahoo? Try to pick a way to say it. What's going on? Hey, Feer, thanks for being the NA Johnny Boy. It's truly my pleasure. Truly, truly, truly my pleasure to do all this stuff. To have you guys watch, to have you guys enjoy doing 1v1 with me. This match is sponsored by Duolingo. Chat, say your longest streak you've had in Duolingo. Everybody, say your longest streak. If you've never done Duolingo, the answer is 0. 550? Sheesh. I think mine was like 108. I think I got to 100 or something, and then I was like, all right, that's it for me. A lot of zeros. 552. I think no one can touch it. There was a 500, right? Somebody said 500. Unironically on it right now at 124. 365. Shazil got 1 year. You're finally better at Feer than something. Yeah, I did Spanish for like a 100-day streak. And I did French for like a 10-day streak or something like that before I went to France. I was less committed to that. But I was more convinced that I could actually learn something that was close to, you know, like speaking Spanish, because I've taken a couple classes and I am close to Spanish speakers all the time. I was like, oh, maybe if I just like never stop doing Duolingo. Turns out that's not how it works. Well, first off, I guess I did stop, so hard to know if my plan would have worked or not. You'll sign up for Duolingo if I get a sponsorship? Hey, good to know, man. I'll ask Duolingo. Ooh, what a slot. Change the title. Sorry about that. We got G1 Atomic versus HMO. Trying to put those gamers first is Atomic. So we can speak Spanish here? No, you cannot speak Spanish here. I definitely can't moderate Spanish. No, I didn't learn with Duolingo. I am close to Mexico. Just about as close as you can get to still living in a big city. And so I'm just around Spanish a lot. And I took 2 classes in high school. Just to be clear, I don't know Spanish at all. I don't know any Spanish. If I didn't start, you know, like going to France or like seeing other languages, I would have told you I know no Spanish. I would say I know 0 Spanish. But what I realized is when I start seeing like Arabic and I start seeing like French and all this stuff, I'm like, oh, I actually do know some Spanish, because I truly know 0 French. I truly know 0 Arabic, you know. And then people will say a couple sentences in Spanish, and I'm like, wait, I know what he meant to say there because I know a couple keywords. You know, that's the difference. So that's why I bring up Spanish as being, you know, more than 0. Because truly I know 0 of all the other languages. The only habitable place in Mexico is Mexico City, is what you've learned from GeoGuessr. Can't say you know French because you learned Chinese and Malay. I don't even know what Malay is. Close game so far? Yeah, this has been a banger. Like I said, this has been a banger. It's definitely deserving of all my attention and all my normal casting that I do. But if you're here for the first time wondering, why is Feer barely caring about the game this time around? I have to. I have to be more casual because I got a lot of stuff I signed myself up for. You know oui in French? Merci. How about merci? Merci beaucoup. My wife knows how to order coffee. She made sure to get that. But I don't order coffees, so. 6-9. This is a good shot. Atomic. Nice shot, thanks. No. Wait, what? What? I'm confused. I want to watch this again to try and understand. Oh, because Atomic felt like he could save that. So it was not a real nice shot. Messi or Ronaldo? You know, I don't really know anything about football. But I'll tell you what. Somebody tried to compare him to NBA players. Which one of them is Jordan and which one of them is LeBron? You know enough to call it football? Listen, I know enough to... I just call them both football. And then the haters, you know, can't say anything. They just don't know which one I'm talking about. Don't be clueless. Messi is the right answer. If I'm being honest, I just have no reason to think this, though. So, like, if you asked me who's the GOAT of football, I'd be like, oh, isn't it Messi? So, is that the answer? I don't actually know anything about football at all. But if you had asked me, hey, man, did you see what the GOAT did in football yesterday? And I'd be like, oh, you mean Messi? That's how I would have responded. So, is that your answer? You are so wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying the truth of how I would have answered. and then I probably this is how I probably would have answered. I would have been like, wait, Messi, or do you mean like Ronaldo? But I think I would have went Messi first. So. HMO is about to tie this one up. He's going to make it 10-8 as well. So Jordan or LeBron? You know, that one's really tough too. Because while I feel like I know exactly how good LeBron is, I didn't actually watch basketball in the Jordan era, right? So it's like everybody says Jordan. It seems like it's Jordan. Has anybody really switched to LeBron yet? A nice one to bring up whenever someone says someone from the past is the best. Can any footballers explain to me what the deal is? So I hear that Ronaldo is like the GOAT or whatever, and people are like arguing that he's the GOAT, but then he like also never plays. Does anybody want to give me a really quick summation of why I think that, having not followed Ronaldo, or he like doesn't start, and he comes in and plays for like 2 seconds? He's too good. Oh, okay, all right. That, you know, but that doesn't fully compute, but I'm sure, you know, if I watch football, I get it. No, he does, but he hates the club he's at now. Okay. Ronaldo is the GOAT. He's catching strays. Listen, this is coming from someone who very, very much does not know about football. So basically, the vibe I get from various things I catch on like social media is that he's like not playing or something, or he's like subs in, or which to me is so interesting. Why anyone would be even arguing that somebody who like comes off the bench is the GOAT? Is he getting washed? This is a question I meant. Is he getting washed up? He's old and declining. Okay, see, that's what I was wondering. Is he in the process of getting washed up? Okay, he's old. Got it. And his club is bad. But Messi's got to be super old too, right? Ronaldo is one of the best goal scorers of all time. Messi is the best player of all time. Ronaldo only comes close to Messi in goal scoring. Although Messi still has more goals per game. And Messi dominates in creating chances for his team. All right, that guy made a good argument for why Messi is unarguably the GOAT. But they're both old. Messi 2 years younger. Gotcha. Messi is currently farming in a non-competitive league. Interesting. Feer, read this. Basically, Ronaldo is Turbo Posa. Interesting. Washed and can't heal anymore. Whereas Messi is like Justin, still playing out of his mind. Wait, who's the Turbo Posa in terms of championships? Which one of them is the Turbo Posa of championships? Messi, Ronaldo. The two people just say the opposite answer. Quickly. And now everyone's spamming Ronaldo. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Imagine that Tom Brady hated his contract, didn't get great results recently, and has a super horrible relationship with the Buccaneers. Wait, we don't have to imagine that Tom Brady's not getting results, right? Isn't he not getting results now? Isn't Tom Brady also unquestionably the GOAT? So you're saying Ronaldo is unquestionably the GOAT? Which, you know, or maybe you're just not trying to compare that portion of it. You turn this into a war zone. I'm enjoying it. You're not going to resolve anything? NFL has no depth. I do. Chat, you know who I've been enjoying the reactions to all this? Is Aisha Speed. He's been funny. Did he get like a Messi tattoo or something? That guy's just, he goes next level for his content, dude. Speed is annoying. Listen, I don't watch Speed stuff, but I get just enough of his funny clips that I can still enjoy them. But he literally is like known for barking, right? So I can understand how people might think he's annoying. You know, that's, I think, something he ultimately puts on himself by actually barking. Which, but we're not gonna get into Speed. I think I've realized that Speed does play a character, and it seems like he does it very well. He's banned from Valorant. Yeah, he had some really questionable stuff, I've heard, which I'm not a fan of. But as far as I'm aware, he's cleaning up his act. If not, I don't want to talk about Speed. I don't want to make this about Speed. The point is, I see some stuff on social media. He has the occasional clip that I enjoy. Why I've answered this? Yeah, so today we're mostly talking with chat because my voice is completely dying here, and so I needed to be a lot more casual. Commentating takes a lot of my voice, because we have 2 more streams today and a ton more streams for the rest of the week. Thoughts on the top G? No, the top G is banned appropriately from everything. That is... You're going to commentate Pro Drops? Yeah, we have a Pro Drops game later. How do you have time for doing software programming plus playing and organizing streaming tournaments? I'll tell you what, this week I pretty much don't. But, you know, I worked late, like till midnight last night on my software stuff because I was busy. I have to do something similar today. Basically, I have to do a lot of additional work. But normally, the weeks aren't as busy. Normally, I like to stream for a couple hours and it's that. No, F us, stop, man. We're not gonna keep talking about this stuff. Why are you trying to make this a questionable stream? I didn't want that. Let's go back to Messi Ronaldo. Yeah, let's go back to Messi Ronaldo. That's a nice, fun argument. Wait, what language do you code in? C++. Messi God 1016 says Messi the God. Interesting. No beef, no fun. You gotta beef me as well. Atomik's trying to start something. HMO looking to clip to start, and he does exactly that. You smell like beef? Who's already in Swiss? That's a good question. All of the qualifying games, I think the only game that was ahead of us was Ashley and I forget who he was playing. Ashley and somebody else. FS, we've talked about how I'm neither a Messi nor a Ronaldo fanboy. I don't watch enough football to have a take on it. Ooh, that double worked out. Are the Suns washed? Nah, Suns are sick to life. Ashley is in. Did Ashley win? Who do you think will win the EU Pro Drops? Moxie, I think, is the favorite there. He just looked too good. I'm not predicting against Moxie against anybody until he loses again a couple times. He did go to Game 5 with who was he in that quarterfinal with, or semifinal, or whatever it's called in that format? Luis. I still would back Moxie. Just go watch Messi highlights and compare them to Ronaldo highlights. That's our favorite way to judge incoming recruits to our college basketball team, because it's just, in reality, it's just actually a terrible way to assess them. Is just look at their highlight plays to know how they are as a whole. But it's fun. First killer's name abbreviated is banned. You can't say FK. Yeah, it's probably the auto mod probably thinks it's short for a cuss word. Highlights is the worst argument. Yeah, as long as you understand that it's not a great argument overall for how good a player actually is, then it's fun to compare highlights. I am like Grand Champ 1, yeah. That's my rank. This has been a really close matchup. It's too bad that I haven't been able to, you know, I just can't afford to give it the full-on commentating today. Can't have a ones-caster and have FK banned unless there's no way to undo it. Probably can. Is it Nightbot or is it Automod that's stopping you? Messi is more flashy. Interesting. Chat, what about that guy? So I watched a video recently of, which just was good. It was a video of like a dude talking to his wife, I think. And he was like mad. He was mad because this new player, or a newish player, was scoring like an insane amount of goals. The season was starting, and he was scoring too many goals for this guy's liking, that he didn't think it was like possible. And he was, yeah, Holland, yeah. He's like trying to explain to his wife. He's like, no, you don't understand. She's like, yeah, I don't know, like, what do you want me to say? He's like, no, you don't understand. He's scoring like twice a game or something. You know, I don't know. It was a very funny clip. Somebody who doesn't understand football could still appreciate it. How this guy was just like mad at how good this dude was. That should be a bucket for Atomik. Oh my goodness. Oh, he did choke it. Look at that save. Oh my goodness, Atomik. That was a bit of a choke there on the goal line. What's my favorite movie? That's a good question. I don't think I know the answers to that. You just let HMO score it. he's like, you have no choice but to score it. Just backflip off it. Yeah, that's a good question of what my favorite movie is. You know what movie we really enjoyed was the Top Gun movie recently. That's the most recent couple movies that I felt we had a good time watching. Me and Dr. Feer, that is. All these people are biased. Gareth Bale is better, both Messi and Ronaldo. No, I mean, I know that's not true, just based on, you know, my slight pulse on the community. Nobody's arguing for Gareth Bale, but you. Most goal contributions of all time, most assists of all time, highest goal to game ratio, most balloon d'ors of all time, most man of the matches of all time. Here's the thing about football is that there like isn't one for sure league, right? That's like kind of the weird thing that a North American probably has a bit of a hard time wrapping around. It's like you play basketball, the only achievements that matter are what you do in the NBA. You know, like maybe a little bit for the other leagues in like the Hall of Fame or something, but like it's the NBA. You play football, the league that matters, NFL, nothing else. But there's like multiple leagues of football over in Europe, and it's like you say most goals per game. It's like, well, what if you're playing in like a trash league or like a worse league? You know, if somebody goes to a different basketball league and dominates in points, it's like, dude, it's not even comparable because you're not playing in the league with the tough opponents. So Messi in a farmers league with the Globetrotters, essentially. Like, yes, that's what I mean. Champions League is very important. Yeah, that I've heard of. That's a very American way of thinking about sports. Well, I am American. I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you the experience. First off, Atomik is 1 goal away from qualifying if he can finish this one off. But I'm just telling you how the Americans think of it. Like, because, as you know, especially NFL, it's like there's one place that the football is played. American football. Ooh, what a save. All right, is HMO forcing game 5 or no? He is. Game 5. Oh, what a save. He threw the spice in. He's beefing him. Jimmer Fredette averaged 10 points per game in the NBA and 34 in China. You guys know who's the GOAT for sure? The GOAT for sure is Gretzky, right? Any hockeyers in chat? Is there any player that has a stronger GOAT argument than Gretzky? Because my understanding is like Gretzky's GOAT argument is so good. I haven't ever even heard of a second person that might have an argument. Like every other GOAT argument, you like hear that like, oh, but that guy, like maybe that guy. I don't even know who number 2 is. Akivor, thank you for the Prime, the brand new Prime. And you guys can spam names all you want, but the fact that I don't even recognize who they are and if they're even hockey players. Tom Brady, I feel like Tom Brady, people bring up like another name. Like Tom Brady seems like everyone agrees is the GOAT, but like another name shows up. Whereas like it seems like if you made Gretzky half as good as he was, he's like still the GOAT, which is absurd. Brady is undisputed. I mean, Shinami, think about what you just said. You brought up 2 tennis players and you brought up 2, which proves my point. I mean, maybe you're saying those 2 are so much better that they have the same kind of dominance. Like it has to be one of those 2 and no one else is within the realm. You're talking about Phelps the swimmer. You guys are saying Michael Phelps had a better, a more secure argument for best swimmer of all time than Gretzky did in hockey. McDaddy. There's actually a player called McDaddy, and he's like in the GOAT argument. What a name. When will Death LFY play again? Death changes his name every second, but he says he's interested in playing. I don't know why he didn't play this tournament. Usain Bolt. Sprinting is interesting. Sprinting is interesting because it's just like who can run the fastest, and then it's so clear cut, you know? It's like, do you need to have a GOAT argument? It's like, it's just the person who's run the fastest the fastest? It's like almost one that feels like it has an answer. Yo, Basil, thank you for the 90 viewer raid. Who's the greatest UFC MMA fighter? I don't really follow it. I have somebody from my hometown who fought, who was a champion for a while, Dominic Cruz. So I just watched Dominic Cruz fights. But it's been a long time since Dominic Cruz has been dominant. There's a TED Talk showing how most sprinting and swimming improvements are due to equipment. Yeah, I could believe that, right? It's just like if people over time are just getting faster and faster, I bet it has a lot to do with stuff like that. But you're talking specifically like cleats? Like cleats have just been getting better, or like training equipment? Because I imagine the cleats they run in probably just gotten better and better. Nutrition as well, yeah. Automod didn't like water sports. Yeah, we don't let people say that here in this chat. We don't talk about water sports here in this chat. The Beatles? I mean, the Beatles don't have as solid of a GOAT argument by a long shot. That's such a subjective thing, music. It's game 5 and Feer is talking about every sport. Sorry, chat. Sorry. We're we're, like I said, disclaimer on today's stream. We are full chillin'. Full chillin' because we have to. Because we got big games coming later tonight. Katie Ledecky is pretty goated. Is she still swimming? I don't watch Valorant or CSGO, no. I watch a little bit of Valorant. Zero CSGO. Atomik is in the Fennec here for this game 5. He's trying to match the Middle East energy. And he over-prioritized the demo. Or he just knew he was getting scored on, so... Atomik is having a tough time here. He's got... Oh my goodness. HMO has brought him the toxicity that he wanted. ESPN did a GOAT of all GOATs thing. I remember that. I remember a picture of like a... Who's the GOAT of all GOATs in sports. And I can't remember. Well, I feel like Serena Williams was maybe one of them. Gordon Ramsay is the GOAT. How do you rank that, though? The whole point is it's not. I mean, it's like prime. I mean, you talk about how much content that this community makes off of like player rankings that you, in the same sport, where you actually can rank them and still it feels subjective. I mean, imagine you just go across sports. You could just say whatever you want, which is ideal for, you know, TV arguments. What's that goal explosion called? I don't know. The one that doesn't pop at all. This is a good shot by Atomik, by the way. Crossbar down. You have literally no clue, but wasn't Tony Hawk pretty good? I don't think he was GOAT. I think he won a ton of vert stuff, and he hit the 900 first. But like, I don't know if he's just like the most popular or if he would actually be the GOAT. The skateboarders would have to say. Poof, goal explosion. HMO throwing. Not going to give Atomik the credit for coming back up. But that was a good flick. But it's slightly off. Or apparently it was on, according to the in-game announcer. Sean White, a GOAT. Kind of looks like a GOAT. Man, he's the closest to looking like a GOAT while also being a GOAT. Nice low 50. Ooh, good recovery, though. What a save indeed. All right, 45 seconds. Very likely that the next goal scored is moving on to the EU main event, and it might just be Atomik. HMO had the lead, I felt like, for the majority of this game 5. But a solid 50 that HMO could not get underneath to get a good enough angle on. HMO's slow dribble. Waiting to just try and win the 50 through the challenge of Atomik. And he just had to give the ball away, but I don't think Atomik has a ton of boost left over. Yeah, he's got 0. So still a great opportunity for HMO about to come. But in the final moments, can he do it? He can! Atomik decides to creep out towards HMO. And that creates the window for the shot. 9 seconds left to go. Now, I should say, next goal is likely to be the player who qualifies. HMO has to clear this away, but Atomik might be able to keep it up. Oh my god, that was super dangerous. If HMO was for some reason there and caught that, he'd just be taking it to net, and Atomik couldn't do anything about it. All right. Overtime, game 5. G1 Atomik really be the first to qualify. There might have been someone who qualified before him. I think somebody said Ashley might have finished his game already, but the first that we're watching to qualify. Oh, HMO, that would have been a wild own goal. And it basically was. I mean, it makes it so that Atomik can just chase him down and demo him. Not a good touch in the corner at all. Atomik finishes off the game. HMO tried his best to avoid him going up that side wall. Tell me how you win kickoffs. Atomik wants to steal his knowledge now that he's got a win. You haven't won one in the whole series. No, it's not G2 Atomik. It's G1 Atomik.